Hey, y'all, if you want a personalized shout out, roast, pep talk, or just an inside joke from Sis and Tell, we are now on Cameo.
Birthdays, breakups, bar mitzvahs, we do it all. So go find us on cameo.com by searching Sis and Tell.
Okay, now on to the show.
Sis and Tell, a whole lot of talk about a whole lot of nothing. Sis and Tell, a whole lot of talk about a whole lot of nothing.
Hey, Allie.
Hey, man, what's going on?
I'm trying to get rid of stuff, which we talk about often, like just getting rid of crap. But I've been concentrating on the random stuff in the garage, okay? And I've got this hoverboard. Do you know what a hoverboard is?
Yeah, it's from Back to the Future.
Yeah, it's from it's like this electronic skateboard that Ruby got when she was like 10 and she rode on it twice, and then it's so scary, right? An electric skateboard. And like the board itself has two components that you put your feet on, and she's coordinated, but it was free. Then we lost the power cord for it, thank God. So I put it on Facebook Marketplace.
And by the way,
And
Abe had one too. He had a
Mhm.
different kind, but the battery on it was known to kind of randomly explode and
Explode.
create
Yeah.
fire. So he had to charge it in the garage. Not that that would have been any better, an exploding garage versus an
Still
exploding
attached to
kitchen.
your house.
but-
Yeah.
Right, still
Oh,
all
what-
attached.
What could go wrong? It's near the lawnmower in the car.
Yeah. Let's start the fire at the bottom so it goes all the way up
Right.
instead of just in the kitchen. That's smart.
Probably most of the combustible stuff in your property is in the garage. Oh gosh.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
anyways, this dude contacted me, interested in it, wanting to know if it was still available. And there's this aspect of Marketplace where you can look at what the rating is of the person who's buying you, either buying or selling something, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So this guy either has 4 or 5-star reviews or 1. Okay? And I immediately was like, something's very off. Like, so this one woman says, item was as described in a new working condition. And then, but the bad reviews are super bad. Okay? Look, first he was like, was really rude for no reason. This guy, another one says, this guy sells junk. I bought an ATV for my daughter. When I got home, it didn't work. This one says, scam. Tried to double listing price after showing interest. Totally fake. No good dealer. No recommend. And then this one says, be careful. Noah is a serious seller fake, which is
Wow.
crazy because the guy's name is not Noah on what I'm looking at. So he's changed his name. And then someone said,
Like, I'm not a
Um,
fake, but my name is Steve.
right. One of them like, she's so rude. And I'm like, oh, now he's switched to a woman, right? So anyway, I'm not selling to this guy.
Steer clear.
Yeah, I know. How about that for a red flag? Which is crazy though, because at one point he's a good seller and another point he's a bad seller. So anyways, Marketplace freaks me out. It makes me just want to give things away, right? I don't want to deal with that. But so I have someone buying who is going to buy it, and I'm going to have to meet him at the police department. I'm
That's
not
good.
meeting him at my
At
house.
least, yeah, no, that's for sure a great place to meet.
Do you think the
Right.
fire station is also a good place?
Well, I mean,
I think
I'm
police
not sure.
is more intimidating.
Yeah, I think police is more intimidating. The firemen, I mean, they are definitely heroes and first
Yeah,
responders,
yeah.
but are they going to protect you? Maybe. The
Yeah,
police,
they may not even
yes.
be there.
Right. They may not even be there. You're absolutely right. I've also never sold anything online. I've realized I've never sold anything or given away on Marketplace. I've never did anything on eBay or any of the clothing things. I
Yeah,
have no experience. I
it's
don't know if
very
that's a good thing
sketchy.
or bad. Yeah.
Don't do it. It's such a pain. It may like the back and forth you have with people not showing up. What I find is people will show up after they say they're going to buy something, and then they'll try to negotiate.
Hmm,
Which I'm
Not
like,
good.
you just drove an hour to buy something from me, and you're waiting till now to negotiate. And that's
Yeah.
when I say, no, non-negotiable. What are you going to do? Drive back to to Cumming, Georgia, wherever that
Right.
is.
Well, and
Yeah.
even though I've never sold anything online, I have bought many an item online, and including eBay. And more recently, I bought a missing Scrabble tile that has been missing from our set for probably 7 years, 8 years. This
Oh,
is, have I told you about this missing tile? I have, this is, has been bothering me. So, our friends Josh and Julie, they come visit us one summer, and we're playing Rummy Cube. What did I say? Scrabble tile?
you did say
I
Scrabble.
did say Scrabble, and actually
It's
when I
rummy.
first it's Rummy Cube. It's so funny because I have Scrabble on the brain because it reminds me of Scrabble. It's not Scrabble. And I actually searched eBay for Scrabble tile first. I'm like, those don't look like the tile I need,
Do,
and it's
do Rummy
Rummy.
Cube have blank tiles? I
No.
would have just written on one.
No, they don't. And I also had a different Rummy Cube tile from a different set that I could have borrowed, but it looks different. So you would always know it is the blue 13, which is the one
Yeah.
I lost. Technically, the teal 13. And this is the old fashioned Rummy Cube set that comes in a box. I think it was actually made in Israel.
How
This
much
is
did
like
you pay?
the
How much
OG.
did you pay for that Rummy Cube tile? That's what I'd like. Let's get down
So
to brass tacks. Yeah.
I'm going to save that as a spoiler, and maybe we'll play that as a game show online. So they're visiting 7 or 8 years ago. We're playing Rummy Cube. Somehow, and you know we're on the lake when this is happening. So that's an important part of the story. Somehow, when Josh is either arranging his tiles, not to throw him under the bus or
Oh
under the
no.
boat, but he's
It went in
arranging
the
his
water.
tiles. Yeah, the teal / blue 13 tile flew off the table, off of the boat, and into the lake. Okay, so we're like, huh, now we are one tile short, which isn't the biggest deal. So then he felt so bad about it, he decided to send me a brand new Rummy Cube set, which was completely like unnecessary, right? The set was like $20 at Target.
Yeah, you just
So
wanted the tile.
I just wanted the tile.
Which is
So
probably
he
a lot more complicated.
yeah. But
Oh,
no, then he
no.
decides to send me a new Rummy Cube set, knowing that our family is from Turkey. He
Yes.
finds this beautiful Turkish handcrafted Rummy Cube set, and sends it to me. Well, at the same time, there was one of the many uprisings happening in Turkey. And so, just as he orders it, literally all of the borders are shut down in Turkey. There's nothing coming in and out. And he has to tell me it was going to be a surprise. He's like, so listen, I felt so bad about the blue tile, the blue 13, that I actually sent you a set from Turkey. And I go, Turkey? He goes, yeah, it's
Oh my
never coming.
gosh.
It's never coming. So I'm like,
Yeah.
fine. So a year goes by and I'm thinking about the set. I'm like, I bet I can order a blue 13. So I do. And at the time, so this is now, if that was 8 or 9 years ago, this is probably 7 years ago, maybe longer. I find where you can order just a blue 13. A blue 13 Rummy Cube tile, exactly like my set on eBay, and it was like $1.25. I mean, nothing.
It's so bizarre.
So
Is
I
he
order
selling
it.
all the individual ones?
I didn't ask questions, but you can find like random ones. People must lose certain ones or want extras. I don't know.
I just want to know if this guy bought a Rummy Cube set as an investment and he takes out the tiles and just sells them individually to people who need it.
He might.
He might make more money off of selling missing pieces to certain games than he would reselling an entire game that he got for $10. So
Absolutely.
if there's like 100 pieces, that
Yeah,
is a
you
good
divide that.
profit margin.
For me,
Yeah.
$1's nothing, but for him,
Yeah.
right, he could sell this for, well, there's
Plus shipping.
two sets of every number, and and 4 different colors. So that's a lot. You could make some bank. You could probably make,
Yeah.
$150 if
It
you
would just
sold
take
every
you-
individual
It would
letter.
just take you like a lifetime to find people.
This is
who
assuming that
find
somebody
you.
loses one tile
The-
in their set.
It's the most niche company ever. He's like so proud of himself, and he can't pay bills.
So the story continues. I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
I know people listening are
Oh.
like, please be done.
Yeah.
So I order the tile. It
Yeah,
never
people.
comes.
Oh
the tile,
no!
the tile
Did
never
it get
came.
lost?
I don't know, but I'm emailing the company, all this. It never came. I can't figure out where it is. Nobody will email me back. But also, like, what am I going to do? It was
Scam.
$1.25. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, there goes my dollar. Lesson learned. I go to Vancouver, Canada, to speak, okay, at this event. And the guy who is also speaking at the same event is this Israeli like entrepreneur. And after the event is over, we both spoke, and it was a pretty, it was a pretty late night event. But he's like, "Have you had dinner?" I'm like, "No." So we end up grabbing dinner together, and he's telling me about his family and this, and then he talks about how his brother works for eBay.
Oh my God.
And I go, "What does your brother do?" And basically, I think his brother was doing like the algorithms of shoppers and how that, applies to the whole eBay marketplace. So I'm like, "Look, I need to tell you something very important." And I start going into this whole blue 13 tile and how I order it. I said, "Can you ask your brother how I can track down this blue tile, this blue 13? It's very important to my Rummikub set." I'm totally messing with him. Like anybody would probably have been like, "Yeah," and played along. But because I think he was Israeli and also didn't know me very well or could detect sarcasm easily, he got very serious. And he's like, "I don't think my brother can do that. He doesn't work in that department." I'm going final. I'm like, hey, I'm messing
joking.
with you. I'm totally messing with you. So I sort of let it go. So
Yeah.
then fast forward again. Things are now calm in Turkey. And now this is like 5 years ago or, maybe during COVID or before. I go on, I search for this Turkish Rummikub set because maybe it's still around, and it is. I find it on Etsy. I order it. It's magnificent. It is one of the most beautiful sets. I've given it as a wedding gift. I've given it as a housewarming gift. It's a beautiful Turkish Rummikub set. You can get the little panels that hold the tiles engraved. I highly recommend it. Although now there's a lot of unrest in
Engraved
Turkey.
with like the bride and groom's names. Is that what you do?
No, like the back of the holder that holds the tiles, it just says
Yeah.
Lebovitz. Yeah, engraved
Yeah.
with
Well, that's
Lebovitz.
what I mean. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You can get the last name
Yes.
engraved. You can get anything you want. You can
Or
say,
you're sending people a housewarming gift and it's engraved with your last name.
yeah, it's got my last name on it. It says "Love Alison." Alison always wins. But the other day, I happened to take out the original, the OG Rummikub set, and I'm like, I don't think I ever replaced that blue 13, or maybe I did and I forgot. So what I do, I count every tile in there, and sure enough, the blue 13 is still missing. Sure enough, I go on eBay.
What, you think it was magically going to jump out of the lake and enter itself into the Rummikub box? Like,
Well,
what,
also,
you recounted?
my memory is such that maybe, I don't know, maybe it wasn't the blue 13 and I've just made up this for the past 10 years as a story.
You wanted to reconfirm which tile was missing.
I wanted to
Okay.
reconfirm because I'm a little
Okay.
neurotic. That's the headline.
A little? Okay.
I know. A little OCD type A. I recount all the tiles. Everything's there, but the blue 13. I go back on eBay. I Google blue 13 for the specific Rummikub set. It is there, and the price has gone up to $1.50. So now with shipping,
Inflation.
it's costing me $3.17. And then
Oh
the
my
seller
God.
texts me
I
and
will pay for this to end by buying you another tile. Oh my Lord, if I had known.
Well,
Would've
now the
flown
guy
to Turkey.
Now the guy sends it to me, and he sends me a caveat saying, "I'm sending this through USPS, but just so you know, there's no tracking, and at times the post office has taken up to 28 days for the tile to arrive. So just, sit tight." So
yeah.
I'll let you know in 28 days, or at this point, maybe it's 24 days,
Oh,
whether my tile arrives.
this all just happened?
This all
Mm.
just happened. Yeah.
You know what's going to happen? You're going to get that tile and the one you ordered 3 years ago.
I mean, they're both going to come
From
at the
the
same
US.
time.
It probably got stuck in the mail sorting. He probably just sticks it in an envelope and like tapes it to an index card or something and sticks it in.
For sure.
And then
for
and
sure.
then it gets ripped open.
Yeah.
Something happens.
Well, all to say, Josh and Julie are coming back to visit this summer, and I can't wait to show him, hopefully, the blue 13 tile. And now he can rest assured that he does not have to worry about, repaying the 13. All is good. He may owe me $3.17, but I'm going to call it even because it's made a great story, or not
Yeah.
such a great story. It's made great podcast fodder.
Can we talk about opinions for a second?
I love
Speaking
opinions.
of whether or not this was a good story is one opinion that we could talk about. But, people love to post unpopular opinions on social media. And I have what I think is an unpopular opinion that I wanted to share with you, because the more I think about it, the more upset I get. And I
Okay.
don't think, number one, you're really going to want to talk about this, but I feel
Oh no. Oh no. It's not political, is it?
no, it may be a little, no, it's not that
Okay.
sort of taboo. But can we, I see people talking about manspreading. Now, do you know what manspreading is? It's different than mansplaining.
Is it when a man tries to be limber and spread his legs while doing
It's like when
CrossFit or Pilates?
it's when like a guy, let's say, is on the subway and sits with his legs apart and is taking up extra space, and they call
Ah,
that manspreading,
I've never
right?
heard that before.
And
Okay.
it's kind of like someone's like not being maybe aware of their surroundings, and they blame guys for like spreading out their legs and taking up extra space. But I don't think, here's the issue. That
And
I'm
also,
okay.
let's add the fact that women have always been taught to cross your legs
Yes,
so that we are taking up as little space as possible.
but
Think about
I
that.
think
Think about that. All right, keep going.
I'm not saying there aren't men who maybe man spread too much, but if I was a man, I'd be spreading too. I mean, they can't really cross their legs. That seems uncomfortable. That
Oh,
seems like they have an obstacle in the way. And I think they're getting a bad rap, right? Like
yeah,
they can't help but man spread. I think people are getting generalizing about men and man spreading when physically they need to. If we had
agreed.
a man on this podcast, I want them to pipe in, but like I
And
think
by
they
the
need,
way, to add to this,
yeah.
with that point taken, I totally agree with you. It makes no sense that men don't wear skirts. Because if I was a man, I would not want to be wearing pants. A
Too
skirt
hot.
makes total sense. Well,
Well,
also,
Scottish men, yeah.
Scottish men have it right, but also like, and I don't want to get too graphic, but like, you got to
Yes.
put it somewhere, right? You got to
Yeah.
choose a side.
Yes. Yeah.
if
Thank
you're in
you.
if you're in a skirt, you just gotta you go free, you go natural. Everybody's with me at this point. I don't have to be
Yeah.
too graphic, but
It's hot
that's
down
the
there.
point. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And by the way, it's funny because I'll also, going into this podcast, I was thinking about how it's not, hasn't really gotten that hot yet in the southeast. We've had like a couple of days, but it's been actually a little chilly and unusual for
Yeah,
June.
feels
And
great in the
and
mornings.
it does. It
So
feels
great.
so good. And but I, when it's hot out, I go pantsless for the rest of the summer, right?
You're
And
not underwearless. Like you're talking about you wear
no,
skirts or
yeah,
dresses.
I'm wearing
Okay.
dresses.
That must be very
I'm wearing as little as possible. And I might seem like I am a naked person, not a naked person, but
not a naked person.
I
Shockingly not
am
a naked person.
I would walk around if I could, if it was socially acceptable, I would walk around in a bathing suit all
Yeah.
summer. Just because that's like the least amount of clothing that I can wear and still be clothed.
And
But
also, it's an item of clothing that is supposed to get wet. So that sweat,
yeah,
water,
totally
it's same thing.
yeah,
Same thing.
right?
Yeah.
You don't have to wear a bra with it, which is a whole other thing. But
Yeah.
I yeah.
By the way, I have a friend who wears bathing suits during the summer as tops. And because there's so many cute suits now that have a great top, where if you found that top, number one, you'd have to find the right bra to go with it. Like think about like a one shoulder bathing suit with a ruffle or something, right? That looks like,
Yeah.
and she just wears it like a bodysuit. It's just a bodysuit. We call it a
Oh,
bathing suit because it's waterproof and it has a
yes.
lining, but
Yeah.
it's just a bodysuit and she looks awesome. So I
Huh.
love that trend too. I would do that. And then you can go straight from sweating to dipping,
You
right?
know what I don't understand about bathing suits is why women don't take bikini tops, right? That maybe are shaped like a bra,
Yeah.
and wear those underneath their bathing suits that need more support. Like
So a
why?
bra under a bathing suit.
Yeah, a
That's
bra,
a lot. That's a lot of work.
a brothing suit.
A
A
bra.
bra-
Well, they should invent a brothing suit. I think they've tried, but it doesn't make sense.
They've
A
kind of done
brothing
like
suit is so smart.
built-in bras to bathe. None of them ever do justice.
No.
They just don't. I don't know. Someone's got to build a better bathing suit.
But speaking of building a better bathing suit, you know what I see you like every time it comes up on my feed? I see that you're one of the people who've liked it. are those Cupshe hauls where the people like get a box from that company Cupshe with like 1,000 of those $35 bathing suits with all
Yeah.
this
I've
with
given
all
you
the
some before.
sundresses. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've bought it from the company one time, but Cupshe's one of those companies, and I know we've all dealt with companies like this online.
It's on Amazon.
Well, it's on Amazon, but if you order from the company itself and you
Takes
try to
forever.
return it,
Yeah.
oh, they don't want the stuff back. They
Right.
will negotiate with you all day.
They're like, how about
how
you keep
about,
it?
right, how
And you
about
take
keep it?
$10
Yes.
off and give it to someone.
Uh-huh. Right.
I'm
How about
like,
you
that
keep it and we give you $100 credit for more stuff? How about you keep it and we give you your money back and you just don't tell anybody? How about I mean, how about you keep it and you throw it in the lake and let it like float to the next dock and someone else will wear it? Like they have
Right.
all of these creative solutions. Anything, but sending it back. I think two things. I think one, it costs them more money to restock. And
Yes.
number two, they probably get so many items back that they can't resell that they're just tossing it anyway. So they might
Right.
as well not have to pay to restock it and just literally pay you to keep it. But
I'd
I don't
like
want to do that. I feel guilty when I don't want something. They're like, "It's okay, just keep it." I'm like, "No, no. I don't want to hack the system and get stuff for free just because I'm pretending not to like it. I really don't like it, and I really want you to take it back, and I really don't want to give it away."
I do have to say that the new bathing suits have gotten very vagina-y. They're I don't
I don't know how else to say it that would protect
Yeah.
our audience from
Yeah.
not hearing
Like-
what you just said, but
Like,
yeah,
I'm
I
just
get it.
saying the girth of the front of the swimsuits has gotten real narrow. You know?
As has
Is
the
that
back.
better?
I think the
As the
back
back.
and the front, they're both thong-like and
Yeah.
doesn't serve anybody well.
I think I've gotten used to the smaller butts, but the front it's just hard because that's not like I can deal with like a wedgie or showing off my butt, but no one wants to see more of the front. I'm just saying.
No, nobody wants to even imagine more of the front.
Right.
No, cover that thing all up, right?
There's
That's
not a Brazilian wax in this world.
That's when
That
the
would make
bathing
that a
suit
better look.
skirt,
Yeah.
bathing suit skirt comes into play
Yeah.
as a viable option for an accessory. I
And
want you
I've
to
been
think about.
I've been getting sponsored posts on TikTok for this adorable. It looks like this adorable like bathing suit, but it's like a bathing suit dress, but it's like a little retro and sexy and cute. And I'm like, I would not. I go, that would be too much bathing suit and not enough dress. But there's got to
Right.
be. But I'd wear it as a dress. You know, it'd be.
Right.
It would make a great dress for me. But speaking of wearing bathing suits as clothing, but it's a little too short. But I'm like, I love it. It's so cute. But it's really. Have you ever seen?
It doesn't
like
know
the-
what to be. Too skimpy as a dress, too much
Right.
for a bathing suit.
Yeah.
Who's going to buy it? I would not wear a bathing suit dress in the water. That just feels like 1950s all
It
over
feels
again.
so hot, right? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
funny. It's fun to see the evolution of bathing suits. So those videos where they do that.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what women wore in like the Miss America pageants, right? The bathing suits and then compared to now. Even
they're
on the
very
beaches now.
skimpy.
I think France always had it like this. They were scantily clad and it was all about
The
you know,
topless.
loving the body and not being embarrassed by it. But
Why is it okay to be topless in Europe but not in the United States? Was it the Puritan society that didn't carry that over? Like I feel like things evolved in Europe where there's a ton of topless beaches, or that's just what you do. Like it's not even necessarily a topless beach, it's just a beach. Like when we went to Spain, they're just women wearing bikini bottoms, right? And that's it. Of all different sizes. It was great. But like
I'll
that's
take it a step further. Why is it considered appropriate or acceptable for a man to take off his shirt and walk in the park or play sports or do anything, but not a woman? Right? Why are our nipples so offensive and the men's are not? And I think there's
Yeah.
a new generation of
my nipples
people-
are not offensive.
right. Right. I work with a a national organization that
Free,
is
called Free
supporting
the Nipple, right?
called Free
Yeah,
the Nipple.
Allison's
No,
on the board of Free the
I am not. No, with summer camps. And
Yeah.
we
Oh,
met a
we've talked
director.
about this.
Yeah, we met a director years ago, and the campers, the female campers, insisted on the director creating a nipple policy because they also had that question. Why can the boys take off their shirt and play frisbee in the field, but if we do it, it's considered inappropriate? It's a great question. I mean, I don't think we're going to change society overnight, but it had to start somewhere. It's, you
Yeah.
know what? Probably with Adam and Eve. As soon as they realized they were naked, all of a sudden, the olive branches and the leaves came out and covered up the appropriate parts, and that's what they deemed,
I think it
appropriate
was
for the
fig.
next.
It was fig.
Oh, fig leaf, olive, fig. I'm picturing the big leaves. Fine.
Olive leaves are too small.
No judgment, Adam.
That would
No
be like
judgment.
nature's tassel. Nature's tassel. Nature's nipple
Right,
tassel.
fig leaves.
Is
Fig
the olive
make more
leaves.
sense. Apple stems. They just took the little right.
Yeah. 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 Sure.
A lot of body talk today. A lot of body talk.
I'm ousting you from the board of Free the Nipple.
I think they just ousted me themselves. All right, I'm changing gears because I've been thinking about something. We
Okay.
all this talk technology and Google, and we take all this for granted. But we're having a discussion the other day, and I know we've talked about this, but I really need to know, how in the world did we ever find each other or other people when we were growing up? I mean, I know we used the
Like new people,
telephone.
or like if we were
No.
out and about.
If we were out and about, or let's even limit it to college campus, because I laugh that when Arthur, who is, now 26, but when he started college, I bought him one of those whiteboards for his dorm room door. And he's like, "What is that?" I go, "It's a whiteboard. You're going to put it up on your door, and then you'll write on it if you're going somewhere, and people can leave you notes." He goes, "There is no way I'm putting that on my door. Take it back. Take it back to the store."
You know what it's used now? Modern times, people just draw penises on them.
Well, not that they didn't do that back in 1988 either, but literally we were talking about, like, if you told somebody you were going to be somewhere at a certain time, you had to be there. And if you didn't show up, I don't know
You're a
what we
shitty
did.
friend. Yeah.
Yeah, or something
you're just
happened.
or you're worried.
It was one of those two. Either something happened or you're a bad friend. But
Yeah.
also, we just took for granted that people were going to honor their word. Were we more
Yes.
trustworthy back then? Did we have fewer things to distract us?
But I also
don't
think
know.
people would just not show up, and then you would know they're not a good friend, right? But also, like, I remember when I had an apartment in Boston during college. My roommate went abroad, and we had a subletter. Maybe it was during the summertime we had the subletter, and I didn't know this girl very well, but I went with her to a party, and she left me there. Like, she just
Wow.
left. She left. I mean, but that being said, like, we weren't, like, I went with this party with her, and I was socializing with people, and she was socializing with people, and maybe she couldn't find me, but she left.
But there's a social contract when you go with one other
It would have been
person to a
nice
party to say,
have been
"I'm heading
nice,
out."
yeah.
Just wanted you to
But
know.
so she didn't do that, and I really honestly didn't think about it too much. But had we had phones, she probably would have texted me and been
Right.
like, "Hey, I'm heading out. I couldn't find you." Right? And instead, she just left.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but also, like, trying to get home from a random person's house without Uber. Like,
And
it
how did-
wasn't
right,
like
how did we find each other, and how did we find places? How did we know where to go?
I don't even
how
know
did
how I
we-
got home from there.
No. I mean, how did even a cab driver back then who knew the city well, but had to know every street and every turn and where
Yes.
and your address? Like, there's no way.
Not
There's
to
no
mention,
way.
we had, when MapQuest existed, which was you would get the directions. It's basically like a triptych from AAA, but local level. You'd have to print out the directions.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to reverse engineer those directions on the way home and look at them back. Okay, we had made a left there. Now we got to make a right. And it was like 5 pages. Nothing's more dangerous than reading a dissertation on how to get somewhere.
Exactly. Oh my
Talk
gosh.
about like no touch cell phone laws. We needed a no touch MapQuest law back then. I'm sure people got into accidents.
All this to say is, I mean, it was a simpler time, and we've probably swung too far on this pendulum for, knowing way too much about where everybody is and
Yeah,
how to get a
stalking
place.
each other. Life
Yeah,
360.
yeah,
Now you know
yeah.
how fast your friend was going on the way to get to you.
Yeah, and we never downloaded Life 360 for the boys or for each other, so I didn't even know it could do all that, but I've heard. But it's just I appreciate that there is a backup plan for if in case of an emergency or if you need to contact someone, but also like there should be a way to go back to part of that yesteryear and just say, let's just meet at this place that we saw each other that time. And then trust that they're going to be there and not follow up and not text and just see what happens. Can't we do that just for like, I don't know, once in a while?
You go for it.
I'll see you. I'll see you
Try
at
that.
that place. I'll
Try
see you
that
at that
and
place.
report back to me.
I'll see if you show up. Meet me at that place where we went that time and had a blast.
Now you're describing every rom-com movie. Well, thanks for listening to the latest Sis and Tell podcast. Don't forget to share us with your friends, share us with your family, share us with your foes.
As always, this has been Amanda and Allison. It's a whole lot of talk about a whole lot of nothing. We'll catch you next time.